Welcome to Keeping It Real with KC. I am your host, KC Phoenix. It is the weekend. So now we're doing the official Keeping It Real with KC show. And I am doing 3 episodes this weekend. The 3 episodes will be short, but they will be done. Now, for all 3 episodes, if you were listening to the supplement to the Keeping It Real with KC show, which is my daily thought, you heard me say I will more than likely do sports over the weekend. So I was able to find some articles that I found interesting. But as I said before, these episodes will not be long. These are just a more of an overview of what I discovered and also what I may think about what I'm reading. So, yeah, there you have it. As for housekeeping, KIRWKC.com is the main podcasting platform. But of course, this podcast is available on several podcasting platforms like Anchor. Well, Google Play. Anchor is the main one. Google Play, Apple, Spotify, and so forth. Also, if you want to follow on social media, KIRWKC on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook.com/KIRWKC. If you're watching on YouTube, don't forget to click the subscribe button followed by the notification bell. That way you will know when I upload new episodes. And the same thing on Dailymotion if you are watching on Dailymotion. If you click the subscribe button to the channel, you will know when I upload new episodes or new videos for the show. Because don't forget, sometimes I do podcast only episodes where they're not uploaded to YouTube or Dailymotion. And I will more than likely do a podcast only episode sometime in the future. So be on the lookout for that. And yeah, that's it for the housekeeping. Let's go ahead and get to the sports. So I was perusing through all of these articles because I was like, okay, politics. And as you know, this channel is an anything but politics channel. I don't want to discuss politics on this channel. I refuse to discuss politics on this channel. This channel is for people to escape from politics and just craziness, you know? So I was like, okay, so I had to go over several articles. And I finally came across 3 articles that I was like, okay, this caught my interest. You know, all 3 of these caught my interest. So for the first one, as you may have read based off of the title, Conor McGregor got in a little bit of trouble again. And I have my laptop to my right side in the floor here, so I will read from this because I have to do that. So this is the thing. Conor McGregor has been accused of assault. And by assault, not the type of assault that he did when he threw whatever he threw at the bus and broke the window and then the glass got on one of the other MMA fighters and all of that other stuff. Not that type of assault. The other type of assault. That's what he's been accused of. He's been accused of assault and indecent exposure. So let me scroll down here as well and see what I have. All right. So this is what it says. It says mixed martial arts legend Conor McGregor was placed in police custody Saturday in Corsica on suspicion of attempted assault. It says the word before assault, but I'm trying to avoid saying that word due to this being on YouTube and then also just other reasons, because if anybody has kids in the room or anything like that, you know that whole thing. All right. And also for those who don't know, when I read articles, I go back and forth. I'll read the article and then I'll say stuff in my words, and sometimes I go back and forth and do my commentary. So if you don't know, now you do. All right. Accused of assault and indecent exposure, prosecutor said. following a complaint filed on September the 10th. So this just happened. I was thinking this happened back a few days ago. So this just happened. All right. Following a complaint filed on September the 10th, denouncing facts likely to be qualified as attempted assault, quotations, and indecent exposure, Conor Anthony McGregor was the suspect of a hearing under the custody regime, according to a statement from the prosecutor's office in Bastia. The statement provided no other details about the alleged offenses. Conor McGregor, 32, denied the charges, which obviously, innocent until proven guilty. And even if he was guilty, I'm sure he would deny it. And if he's innocent, obviously he's going to deny it. And by the way, I thought that Conor McGregor was older than 32 for some reason. I was thinking he was like 35 or 36, but he's 32. All right. So it says Conor McGregor vigorously denies any accusations of misconduct. He has been interviewed and released. He told the Post through a spokesman, who added the brawler was interviewed by police and later released. The Irishman, whose nickname is Notorious, returned to the octagon early this year after completing court-ordered community service for a bus of rival MMA fighters leaving Brooklyn's Barclays Center in 2018, which that's what I was talking about earlier, where he threw whatever he threw at the bus and shattered the window and got in trouble for that. So he got community service. I'm pretty sure he probably had to pay a fine for that too, but definitely got community service. And that's what he got through completing as well. And he also, Conor McGregor also faced a civil suit in Miami after his arrest for destroying a fan's cell phone. Temper. He announced his third retirement from the sport in June. I didn't know he announced his first retirement, but these are minor details. The former Ultimate Fighting Championship star is reportedly vacationing on the French island with fiancée Dee Devlin and their 2 children. And I knew he had children. So yeah, and that's all it said about this article. So my opinion, I'm always skeptical when there are accusations of anything, whether it's assault, whether it's stealing, whether it's whatever. I'm always skeptical of accusations of anything. I'm like Whitney Houston. I want to see the receipts. That's how I feel about it. Based off of his track record, if you were to put him in front of a jury, they may lean towards guilty, possibly, but we don't know what the evidence is yet. He's saying that this didn't happen, the complaint isn't correct, yada, yada, yada. He didn't assault anyone, there wasn't any indecent exposure, but obviously a complaint has been filed. He was arrested, but then released, and they didn't give a date, though, they didn't give a court date. So I guess this is going to be one of those to be continued type things. If you want me to follow this, fine. You already know, those who listen to this show and watch the show, you already know how I feel about sports. So I'm tempted to kind of follow it because I'm curious when the court date is, but they didn't say the court date in here. So I guess we'll see what happens on that. But due to his track record, that's not in his favor. With the bus incident and then with the fan and the cell phone, which I knew about the bus incident, I didn't know about breaking the fan's cell phone with the civil suit. So with all of that stuff surrounding him, we'll see what happens. But that was the story that I came across, and I was like, oh, that looks interesting. Let me click on that. And I read it as I was doing my show for the first time. So that is all I have. I wish Conor McGregor the best. I hope that he can produce the receipts and the evidence is in his favor and he can stay with his family, because I don't know what the laws are in Corsica, but if convicted, I'm confident there will be jail time. So I'm wishing him and his family the best. Anyways, thank you to everyone who have been supporting the podcast and the show, Keeping It Real with KC. I really appreciate it. And don't forget KIRWKC.com if you're watching on YouTube, the subscribe button followed by the notification bell. And on Daily Motion, the subscribe button. Those will let you know when I upload new episodes. KIRWKC on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook.com/KIRWKC. And that is all I have for this sports episode. Another sports episode is coming up soon, and I can't believe I'm doing all this spitting. But whatever. Anyways, until then, be blessed.